something in the air. Down by the river. Down by the river. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Thank you for sailing with the Tingala Rose. Mind your step, and don't forget to tell your friends about our weekend picnic cruises. Have a nice day. Well, over the last week, the passenger numbers have gone up by 13.55%, and the freight, 17.5%. Wow, isn't it great? The boat's starting to do really well. Well, isn't it?
Much too early to tell.
The boat's doing really good and everything, but you couldn't really say that the good times are here to last.
Only an idiot would say something like that.
The good times are here to stay. Trust me.
You're full of it, Chuck. Trust me.
Business is up. You can't deny it.
We're still losing money. We're not even covering fuel costs. Have you any sense of reality?
I give up. I know how to do this.
Yes!
Did you take a card from the bottom of the deck?
Sure.
I thought so.
I have a dream. I see cars stretched down the highway. People lining up for miles to get on board.
Hello, this is the real world. How many bookings do you think we've got for tomorrow? 0. Zilch. None.
No problemo. The Finmeister's got it all worked out.
Oh, right.
It's simple. We advertise.
Oh, back in my day, the advertisements in the Tingala Mirror had them packed in here like sardines.
We've already tried advertising.
Yeah, like TV and radio.
But we haven't tried the newspaper. That could be because it doesn't exist.
The Mirror went bust years ago.
Wait a minute. We'll make our own paper. The Tingala Tribune.
Yeah, go for it, sister.
Sure, why not?
Anyone with a computer can get into desktop publishing. And you've got all that stuff, Chuck.
Yeah, but why would anyone want to buy our paper?
Why does anyone want to buy a paper? News, stories, and on every page, we'll remind them about the good old Tingala Rose. Now, all I need is a team of hard-hitting, streetwise reporters that understand this town. We want to cover everyone, everything, everywhere. No story too big, no story too small.
No story at all. Nothing ever happens in Tingala.
Whose side are you on, Chuck?
Okay.
Start at 12 o'clock.
But Edna's dog always does that.
Human interest? If it happens, it's news.
How did you feel when you discovered the flat tire, Mr. Frost?
I'm entering my car in the Demolition Derby in Bongadilla at the end of the month. You want to come?
Sorry, Wayne. We're going on vacation.
Fiona Finn and boyfriend Wayne discuss the intimate details of Wayne's Tirana.
Well, that sounds really great.
With this kind of excitement,
I could,
a guy could have a heart attack.
Charles, what are you doing with that computer?
I can't interfere with the press, Mom. It's unconstitutional. The Fifth Commandment.
The First Amendment.
Whatever.
All I've got to do now is print it.
You're witnessing an historical moment, Eddie. This paper will rock the world. Not.
I've got to get back to the boat. Bring my masterpiece when it's done.
No problemo, genius. Things they believe, Eddie.
Nothing Chuck says, that's for sure, Eddie.
Charles, you haven't forgotten we're going on vacation, have you?
Lucky for some.
I thought Hawaii, Rio, Hawaii.
Hawaii. Cool. Did you hear that, Eddie?
And then I thought a little local color.
And you thought this planet was lonely.
Just you check out page 21, because that's where we're off to.
Rosebud. A quiet, charming resort. Bet it's full of old people. Okay, in the southeast coast of Australia. South. Old people. Me with old people. Ah! Eddie, save me.
What, you mean the vacation from hell? No, I don't think so.
What, your parents are going to let you stay here on your own?
Nah, I told him Sarah's dad will be the responsible adult.
Interesting concept.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
Well, yeah. It's long.
Come on, guys, you can do better than that.
Well, it does
mention the Tingala Rose on every page.
Man, this is as boring as bat doo-doo.
And it makes the Tingala Rose sound really boring, too.
Dull and a pair of deuces, if you want my opinion.
Well, who asked for it? What would you know about newspapers anyway?
Yeah, except the obits, of course.
Hey there. Buddy the Numbats were big, kiddo. I got clippings here. Check this out. Hey? Engadine Inquirer, 59. Shock, horror, riverboat tragedy. Buddy rocks, river rolls, band sinks. And this one, hound dog becomes drowned dog. With tears in their eyes, survivors recalled how Buddy was still singing Running Bear as the waves hit his bottom lip.
Wow, just like the band on the Titanic.
Yeah, now that's a newspaper for you.
Is that really how it happened?
Not exactly like that.
Major faux pas, Sarah. Folks don't want the truth. They want action, drama, sensation.
Now you're talking.
You mean lies?
They sell papers, honey.
Well, you can forget it. I resign.
Oh, okay, then. I think this is where I step in. Fingers is right. Look at that headline.
Pet dog runs away.
Yeah.
So?
Stray rabid Rottweiler runs rampant. City of fear.
It's not a Rottweiler.
As citizens cower behind locked doors, is Tingala facing a rabies epidemic?
There is no rabies epidemic.
We're not saying there is. See, we're just asking the question. The people figure out their own answer. Now, where's that picture of tiny littering?
Here.
Right. What would be the perfect headline?
Riverbank Whisperer! Police battle crime wave! Read all about it! Get your... paper? This is ridiculous.
This is sold out. I'm already working on a second edition.
You've made the whole thing up.
Says who?
Teenage romance torn apart. Family forced to leave town. Your family's going on a week's holiday, that's all.
Look, I know how Fiona feels. I'm sensitive that way.
That's a nice bit about the boat, though.
Where equates his sister. If only we'd taken that romantic cruise aboard the Tingala Rose, which leaves daily from the public wharf at blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's a good read. I'd better go see to those engines if those romantic teenagers are going to be queuing up tomorrow.
Mr. Bun, the baker?
Do I look as though I've got Mr. Bun the baker?
You've sold out, Chuck. This is garbage.
Look, the customer's always right. It's a good read.
That's what the last editor of the Mirror said. In 1889, just before he sold up.
Fingers, why did the last editor of the Mirror sell up?
Well, it's a bit hard to run a printing press when you're covered in tar and feathers.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you guys showed up. How would you like to be my foreign correspondents?
What?
Well, you can't get any more foreign than the other side, right?
You're on your own, dude.
You can say that again.
Why are you guys all on my case? Okay, we've got 5 bookings for tomorrow since the paper went on sale. True or false?
True.
Right, so the way I see it, we can get 3 editions out a week.
I thought your family was going on a holiday.
Losers take holidays. I've got a paper to run. Today, Tingala. Tomorrow, the world.
3 editions a week.
Yeah, 3 times the advertising.
Yeah, but...
And not just the boat. People are gonna pay for space in this paper. I smell money.
Master Finn. Rasputin. Rabies.
False alarm, huh? Glad to hear it, Mrs. Littlemore.
If you think your grubby little school magazine or whatever it is can tell a pack of lies about my dog...
Photo.
Stop that. Recorder.
If you care to make a statement to the press, Mrs. Littlemore, speak up loud and clear.
How dare you?
Local businesswoman denies rabies epidemic. Feel free to complain. We don't mind. It's another story.
I see.
It's what I love about running a newspaper, Mrs. Littlemore. There's no enemies. What do I owe you, Miss B?
For you, Chuck, on the house. How about a sob and tear?
Huh?
Souvenir.
Cute.
Maybe you could give my milk bar a wrap in your trim and taper?
In the paper. Yeah, no problem.
You lot, out!
What?
I read about you in the Whisperer. You criminals.
You've had it.
Okay, Finn. Hope you've made your will.
So you don't like my paper? Have your money back.
Hey!
Oh, Moron Moon's Main Street? Full Monty. Shocks Town. I like it. Now that's a front page photo.
Give me the camera. Hey, give me that camera!
You want Gang Continue's reign of terror? People believe what they read, Tiny. The paper can make you look bad, or it can make you look good. Think about it, Tiny. Page 3, page 3.
What about page 3?
Well, you know, it needs something, but what?
Well, the Engadine Inquirers usually have a hot-looking babe on page 3.
Hot-looking babe appeal, of course. Yeah. Tiny.
Finn, I mean, Chuck.
I've got to catch up on a story.
Hey, Mish.
See ya.
So this is where it all happens.
You know, there's a lot of expensive stuff in here. We wouldn't want any of it broken, would we?
Hey, do you want to check out the latest CD?
Giraffe's Casino? Oh, man. What? You want me to have this?
Well, you're not going to use that photo, are you?
That photo? I don't know. I really don't know, Tiny. Is that the latest Game Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez, expensive. Bet it took you a year to save up for it.
Yeah.
You know, if you let me have it, the paper could do a review on it.
My Game Boy?
Yeah, you see, we got this new feature. It's called Star of the Week. We take some kid and make him look like a real hero. I had you in mind, Maloney, but...
Take it. But just for a bit.
How long was that for?
As long as you like.
That's what I thought you said.
So, this is where it all happens.
How's the sporting goods biz downriver in Engadine, Mr. Goddard?
It's good. Well, it could be better. You didn't mention the store in the last issue.
Oh, well, so many stories, so little space. But if you'd like to buy some advertising...
Oh,
you know.
Sure. But we've got the latest soccer ball in and these new rollerblades as well. Thought there might be a story in it for you.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, why don't I leave these here and you can check them out?
Why don't I? Over there are the rest of the stuff. Yes, Mrs. Littlemore, this is where it all happens.
And how well you seem to be doing.
Oh, research.
We may not always have seen eye to eye, Charles, but I do give credit where it's due. Your newspaper is a success.
Well, thanks.
Have you considered doing a feature article on the River Queen? I think a double spread with photos would be appropriate.
You see...
Just to change the subject completely, I have a widescreen colour television set which I'm going to have to put into storage. Such a bother.
Uh-huh.
And I was just thinking how well it would look in here. You wouldn't like to take care of it for me, would you?
Uh-huh. Oh, yes, this is where it all hey, Sarah. What's up?
Benedict Arnold.
Well, that's real nice.
Wasn't he the guy who sold his mates up the river?
Hold it right there. I gave your boat space. And I gave Edna's boat space, okay? That's only fair. And don't forget, I didn't charge you for the advertising.
And Edna didn't pay you off, like everyone else has been doing. How can you sleep in the same room with all these bribes?
Editorial. Why is it when some guy starts doing a little better than everyone else, all we want to do is cut him down? I'll tell you why. Jealousy. What happened to free enterprise? What happened to the spirit that made America great?
This is Australia, Chuck.
Look, Wiser, come on, go with the flow. I'll look after the Tin Galleros.
No! I love our boat. I am proud of our boat. I don't want to read its name in your disgusting newspaper.
Look, hey, no skin off my nose, McDonald. Sticks and stones, etc., etc. Everyone else is on my side.
G'day, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck.
How you doing?
They like me. They really like me.
How successful you look this morning, Charles.
Mrs. Littlemore. No, Rasputin.
This town will be voting for a new council soon, Charles.
Really?
A popular newspaper can decide who gets elected. Now that's real power. Let's do lunch sometime.
Real power. I don't remember calling a meeting.
You creep!
What are you talking about?
My photo?
Oh, yeah, it's a nice photo.
It's exploitation. Tiny Maloney said he stuck it on his wall. I am so humiliated.
Well, excuse me for trying to do you a favor.
You're not doing anyone any favors, Chuck. You treated Linda like an object and you've double-crossed Sarah and you're using the rest of us like slaves.
I've got 3 little words for you guys. Get to work.
You're not listening, Chuck. Again. We quit. Yeah.
Quit? You can't quit, because you're fired. Who needs you? Not me. I don't need anyone.
You didn't have to quit on my account. We didn't. Enough was enough. I can't help feeling sorry for him. Linda? Well, they've got their claws into him now. Chuck's sold out. Forget him.
Who needs reporters? Who needs news? I'm the Finmeister. I can just make it all up. Oh, I love the smell of megabytes in the morning.
Hi, Jackie. I brought you a snack.
Yeah.
Oh, and Wayne says he'll drive you anywhere you need to go. The Tran is almost roadworthy.
Fiona, stop sucking up to me. Creeps me out.
Oh, sure. I say what I really think and you go trash me out in your newspaper.
I will not. Probably.
I bet your ex-friends are really nervous.
Look, I'm bigger than that, all right? If they don't want to be a part of this, fine. Everyone else likes me. I'm the most popular guy in town.
Like, wake up and smell the fear, you dork. People don't like you. They're afraid of you. You haven't got a friend left in the world. Hope it was worth it. Oh, and now you've got no friends to stay with. Looks like you're gonna have to come to Rosebud after all.
You can tell that dirty double-crosser he can stick his head in a pile of fruitback thumb before I will ever speak to him again!
I don't think she wants to have a chat right now.
Hey, I'll wait, just in case she changes her mind.
Don't hold your breath, Maple Boy.
Well, have you heard the Daily News? It looks like Chucky's got the blues. You can tell those lies, you can take your cut till the truth comes back and it kicks your butt. I say freedom, freedom, freedom of the press. Oh, you start off greedy, get greedier, cause you are the boss of the media. We all know how this story ends, cause you don't need love and you don't need friends. You need freedom, freedom, freedom of the press. Oh yeah, freedom, freedom, freedom of the press. Oh yeah.
And cut.
Why come down on me? All I did was what every other newspaper does.
Oh, and if they're doing it, it must be right.
Yeah. Am I or am I not the most sought-after guy in town?
Guess so. Must be all your friends that are wrong.
Yeah.
Who needs friends when you're at the top of the pile?
Yeah, man, hanging out with hangers-on. That's for losers, little buddy.
Right.
You gotta look at the big picture, man.
The big picture. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need anyone.
Nah.
I say what goes in my paper. It's today's edition of the Riverbank Whisperer. It's the last one, so it's free.
He's gone nuts.
Looney Tunes. He says everyone's been giving him stuff, so he prints nice things about him.
Well, it's the truth. I mean, mind you, don't expect to read that sort of stuff in the local rag.
Tiny, page 5.
Loser of the week?
So, tell people I mark up my prices, will you?
Tell people I take 1 hour coffee breaks, will you?
Big mistake.
Big mistake.
Oi, Finn. You want to know what a dead duck looks like? Find a mirror.
Is there anyone he didn't offend? Nope. But you've got to hand it to Chuck. I mean, when he does a job, he goes way over the top. Well, can't you see what he's doing? Yeah, he's realised he's wrong. He does need us after all. Exactly. But if he thinks sucking up to us like this is going to work, he's got another thing coming.
Oh, come on, Sarah. He's woken up to himself, and good on him. Give him a break.
I'd like to break him in half.
I don't think Edna's going to be too happy about the bit on page 1.
One-way trip to Dullsville. Spend a day on the River Queen and you'll feel like you've been there a week. Please explain.
Well, it's the truth. That's all.
You could have had it all, Charles, and you blew it. I should have known.
Well, having it all didn't feel as good as I thought it would.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Littlemore. Sorry to interrupt. Charles, since there is no more newspaper, you will be coming with us to Rosebud after all.
Oh.
Here's some brochures. They have those little pedal boats.
Pathetic.
Well, you can go in, but he did say he wasn't feeling well. He was lying down.
How are you feeling?
Well, some of it was cool, but most of it was a nightmare. I must have been possessed.
We forgive you, Chuck. Well, I don't. But you did try to fix things, so we can wipe the slate and start again, if that's what you want.
It's not over. I'm still paying big time.
Why?
Because where I'm going is a fate worse than death.
Where are you going?
I have to go to Rosebud.